We've been in business 42 years now, and the first major downturn occurred in 79, the late 70s, early 80s, massive, the S&L crisis, and it moved up into the commercial banks in the Northeast and so forth. And during that time, we became a very large asset manager for the FDIC in the Northeast, one of the top. And there you saw such a collapse in values, and it really was a government decision that caused that. So in those days, they required the banks to mark the assets down to liquidation value, right? So then we come along in the 2008, 2010 recession, when we have the explosion of, the primarily single family mortgage debacle and all of that didn't have anywhere near as bad an impact on real estate, primarily because the feds allowed the banks to extend and pretend, right? So as long as you were paying the mortgage, even though the asset was probably worth less than the mortgage, the bank didn't have to write it down as long as you paid and paid on time. So it certainly got hit, but it didn't get hit anywhere near. So now we're facing a situation where there's such a huge amount of capital. It's just not the institutions, it's the federal government creating capital. And I mean, this is an uncharted territory. I mean, this is so massive. The trillions of dollars that the Fed is printing, on a regular basis. I mean, it's just, what is it, 16 or 17 billion over the past year? Trillion, right? 16 or 17 trillion dollars over the past 18 months. And you ask, am I scared? I mean, I think you have to be careful. You really have to be careful. And I know, you've been around a long time and seen this. Careful means leverage, right? If you are not stretched on the leverage and the price comes down and you can still survive, it always comes back, right? It always comes back. So the key that we're trying to do is just this is not the time to put pref equity on, mezzanine debt, lever the damn thing up to 80, 85, 90%. That's crazy. You're just, because there's going to be some correction here sooner or later. There has to be a correction here sooner or later. There's no question in my mind.